We all know that sharks are an apex predator made for hunting. Each species of shark's unique design allows them to be the optimal killer for its prey of choice. But how do sharks find this prey? The key lies in the tiny pores on their snout called the ampullae of Lorenzini. The ampullae of Lorenzini is a modification of the sensory hair cell called cilia. In humans, these cilia cells are found in the inner ear and work to detect motion by sound waves to alert the brain to noises that are being made. In sharks, the ampullae of Lorenzini is filled with an electrically conductive jelly instead of hair and works to detect electric currents instead of sound waves. In fact, the ampullae of Lorenzini is so sensitive it can detect changes in an electrical current all the way down to 1/1000th of a volt. So how does this help sharks find their prey? All living creatures have electricity that courses through them. Upon movements and muscle twitches, this electricity gets released into the water. Because saltwater is a conductor due to its sodium and chlorine ions, the electrical currents released by fish's movements create a weak voltage upon its release into the saltwater. Upon the electrical currents released into the water, the jelly inside the ampullae of Lorenzini senses these currents and tells the cell to release neurotransmitters into the shark's brain, alerting them that their prey is near. That is how electroreceptivity works in sharks. So, we know how they find their food, but how do sharks just find their way? While it's proven that the shark's electroreceptive system is like a built-in meal finder, some theorize that magnetoreception could tie into this as well. Magnetoreception is the ability to tap into Earth's magnetic fields and use them as a sort of like map to navigate their way through the world. But how does this work? Some think sharks have like receptors filled with magnetite. Others hypothesize that sharks' bodies create special chemical reactions that help to heighten their magnetic sensitivity. There is a possibility that the electroreceptive system ties into this ability, and still others believe that it's a combination of all three. So why is this information important to us? While sharks aren't quite the man-eating monsters that the media makes them out to be, shark attacks do still happen. By educating ourselves on magnetoreception in sharks, we're learning more and more about what drives sharks and pushes them to attack. Scientists are currently using their knowledge on this subject to create a shark repellent or sort of deterrent that will prevent sharks from investigating humans as like a yummy, tasty treat. Not only can this technology save human lives, but it can save shark lives as well by keeping them out of the fishing nets that they're not supposed to be in that kills them. It's a win-win situation.